Warning. You are about to watch a program that is setting the standard for YouTube content. We don't charge for access, we don't sell account reviews, and we don't pass the bill to you. YouTube is free, Discord is free, and that's exactly how it should be. Time to level up.
You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything. It's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here. They start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights. It was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
Welcome into the WWC. It is Monday and we are ready to roll. I hope you had a fantastic day. We have a bunch of stuff to get to today. Talk a little bit more about season 6. We want to talk about that team meta, like what is the strongest team of season 6. We'll have some of that. I have some 3v3 to do. We have some sandboxing for that DVD Awakening for our team 3. See if we can give out another $25 in bricks. Congratulations to Free to Play Miller for his lineup that he gave us yesterday for the team 2. I think it was team 2. Was it team? No, I'm sorry. It was team 1. His team 1 lineup. His team 2 lineup fell short. Team 1 was fantastic. So hopefully you caught that. If you didn't, I'll actually show you where we currently stand with our top 2 team lineups. Everybody's submitted. Yeah. And we definitely have to get in some OG news. So it is a very good day around WWC parts. But nothing without the people. Let's bring the people in here. Who do we got? Who do we got joining us? Oh, Ant, welcome in, buddy. Shout out to 670, leader of the North. Hulk Crash, welcome in. Welcome in, buddy. 1604, shout out. All right. Woo! Woo's for the children. What's up, buddy? No leadership to what? I don't know. I missed that. What I mean no leadership today. What do we got? Palantir. All right, now Australia really starts to come in. We get back-to-back Australia coming in here. Welcome in. Flightboard, nice to see you. Ray Rod, nice to see you. Welcome in. RJ, There he is. Little Bears action. Another Australia in the house. And Daniel, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, welcome in. Okay. So, what we get to first? Let's get to the fun news, huh? The good stuff around here where we can finally. We thought this was going to happen, and then we had a little scare last night with circles scaring us at the end there with maybe not having it happen. I was like, bothered by the whole thing that we might not get it, but not to be. It was. It came through the transfer news we were waiting for the OGs. So, no more solitary confinement. Can't say it anymore. It's all good. We are in good shape, everybody. Good shape. So, they are going to be let out. They've served their sentence, and there is an end finally. Finally, they've taken it to the appeals board. They've got probation. They're good. They got their date. Get out. So what is going to happen with these OG servers? And for those of you that do not know what we've been saying for a long time now, almost every single day grinding the news out, is servers 3 through 68 have been locked in since the beginning of the game. They were, the real OGs, what was it, like it started with the first 20 servers, gone out, but they merged in. At this point, you can say it's 3 through 68. They are the guinea pigs. They are the lab rats. And the only reason that if you are past, maybe like server 700 or something, maybe server 1000, the only reason why you enjoy the game that you do is because those people have to go through hell in a handbasket with the season that they're in, with all the issues and problems. They don't get the good season. They don't get all the good stuff. They get all the issues and problems and OP this and OP that, and couldn't play it, blah, blah, blah. And then it comes down to everybody else, and everybody else gets to enjoy the game. And so they go through it. They've been going through it for those that have lasted. For those that haven't, unfortunately, it was quite the story early on. A lot of their population dwindled and went away because, let's just be honest, people weren't playing the game they thought they were going to play. They all of a sudden they were signing up for a little frontline breakthrough, and they woke up and they woke up to this message that said your base has been breached, and they have no troops and everything's on fire. And they're like, what the hell? Their resources the resources they went to bed they were saving for their headquarters, and they're like, what? Where did all those go? And constantly getting burned day after day, and then finally just left the game because it's not what they signed up for. And the ones that were left waited to try to move, and they sat through season after season in the beginning, couldn't even move anywhere. Those people left because they couldn't move. Then finally, after season 2, they allowed transfers to take place and people could move, but still they could only move within a certain section of their servers, right? And now you got a handful of people shuffling around with another handful of people, and servers just aren't populated. They can't get around. They don't have a lot of things to do. They have to strategize differently than we do in wars, or wars that you're used to, where you can do different things, because they don't even have enough engineers to go around and clear things. And it's a different game, and it's not for the good. It's a different game, by the way. Not the way the game's actually been intended or to be played, with only a handful of people on some servers. And then you have some servers that are stock loaded, right? Only a handful that are actually like power servers within their area. And it leads to a lot of, uneven matches. And it's just a different game. So the good news we thought we were going to get, we got yesterday. We got a little message here. Let's see, where is our system message? So we got this transfer surge message that came through, letting us know that the groupings remain in effect for Season 6 Transfer Surge. Once the Season 6 Transfer Surge event closes, the Warzone groupings will be adjusted. So that means, really, sounds like for Season 7 to me, because it's saying once the event closes, that's when they're going to make the adjustment. So 3 through 68 and 69 through 196 are going to be combined, and 197 to 292. Right, these are the groupings of the servers that will be impacted. So then they're going to turn all of these 3 bracketed servers into 3 through 164, and then you're going to have 165 to 292. So right now, this is where we sit at 118. So in the new, we will be in this 3 through 164. So they're doing this because they want people to be allowed to transfer between, right now, if you are here 164 or you want to go over 164, you have that opportunity right now. You can go between 69 and 196. So do you want to live in 165, or do you want to live in 164 and be a lab rat? Which way do you want to go? Before or after? They're giving you the opportunity to get out of Lab Ratville. You don't have to be in solitary confinement. You don't have to serve a sentence with the OGs, or you can play with the OGs. It's totally up to you how you want to play. Now, personally, myself, I'm happy that I'm in 118. I love where I am personally. So I really have no interest in going anywhere, number one. Number two, I'll be honest, I probably missed being an OG by like a handful of days. I mean, I came into server 72, and, 68 would have put me with the OGs. So when you think about it, honestly, it's probably like 2 days or something ridiculous that separated me from being in that bracket to not. So I don't care. I'd rather be a lab rat with those folks and not leave 118. To me, it's more important to stay with the folks that I'm with and do that. And plus, it'll be interesting to see with some of these folks being able to be let out of their servers. And who knows, it would be fun to play with some of them, to be honest with you. I've known a lot of them and messaged with so many OGs. Oh my God, over the last 8 months, this WWC has brought me something like a gift to just be able to talk to so many great people. A lot of them being OGs, which is part of the reason why we fight for them to be. First of all, we fight for them because it was the right thing to do. That's why we say it every single day. It was just the right thing to do. But ultimately, they're just like so many great people that are still remain playing this game in these servers. And I just look at it as like, without those folks, we don't have the game that we have today to be able to do a lot of the stuff we do. So I appreciate, as anybody should, your OGs. Yeah. So ultimately, they will be let out. So they're combining them. Now, the catch of all of this is the actual transfer surge. So they can't get out of their 3 through 68 quite yet. They will have to spend one more season in 3 through 68. So they will be allowed to play in larger group, which will probably make way better matchmaking for them. So the bonuses, season 7, will be way better matchmaking for the OGs because they'll expand them out and give it a little bit more fairness for them. The bad news is they're still going to be locked into 3 through 68 and figure that out, how they want to do that. Now, after season 7, it will be 3 through 164. So then they can move about the cabin. The transfer will come up, and if they want to get out, they can get out. If they want, there might be people in 163 that want to go to server 20. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like how that's going to work out. So it can go either way, really, when you think about it. My personal feelings on what this is going to do is it's just going to be great. It's really going to be, it's just a better place for the game. Number one, these people aren't isolated. Let's talk about people before we talk about game, right? Because people are more important. These people actually want to play the game, and it makes it just a better game experience for them. They've survived this long. They've played this long. They've held out this long. If they want to play an actual more enjoyable game with better fighting and more competitiveness, this is the way to go. So that's great in itself. I think a lot of the dead bases that they've had holding up some of these servers, and some of these things where people are just popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. It's ridiculous, and hopefully this will eliminate a lot of that. where these servers can now figure out how they can combine. Now, personally, I think you have to start somewhere, right? To me, it's kind of like, listen, if you have only 50 people in a server, people are allowed to transfer wherever they want to go between 3 through 164. At that point, if people don't leave and you're left with 50 people in a server, then start combining them. Start combining the weaker servers. Don't bother the bigger servers. The servers that have actually cultivated an environment and brought people in and migrated people and worked for season after season to get the community right and the vibe right and who they want to be in that server. Don't just throw people in there. They don't have a problem. I would take the people who are in the other servers who are low populated servers, which, let's be honest, is probably free to play, farmer collectors who are just chilling out and whatever, put them with each other. So if you have 7 servers that only have 50 people in them, then take all 7 of those and combine them into one and put 350 of them together. And there you go. Get rid of the other 6. And now listen, at any time, those people who are in there don't have to be in there because they offer transfer tickets for free. So if you want to just collect your transfer tickets at any time, those people could get out of there. It's not like they have to pay for it, but if they are where they are and they want to stay there, just tell them, if you remain in this server, just a heads up, we're going to combine, we're going to combine servers, and you may not end up necessarily, you may not have a choice where we put you. Just tell them that. And then take all the low populated servers and just kind of combine them together into one server, or 2 or maybe 2 servers. Maybe you're able to do that with a bunch of servers, and you're able to get rid of like 14 servers or 15 servers. I think then at least you're not hitting a population that probably spends money in the game. To be honest with you, you're hitting a population that may not be as active at fighting in the game and things like that. You're not ruining the culture of servers by throwing these people into places that are very active in their settings. And at the same time, you're getting what you want because you're eliminating servers, which I think is what, ultimately everybody probably wants, right? Who wants a server sitting around with 50 people? Nobody really wants that. I think it's just a matter of doing it. So I think this would allow you to do something like that, to combine these servers and get rid of them. That would be great. That would be great. But either way, all good news. It's officially out there. It's officially announced what we thought, and very excited for the OGs to finally have an ending to this nonsense. And looking forward to playing with them. Most important, looking forward to playing with those folks that have been through it. So very good, very happy for all of it, and great news for the WWC. So you will no longer hear anything about solitary confinement from myself. Maybe in 5 years, maybe I'll bring it back and say, let us out of solitary. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how long this whole thing holds up for, right? But either way, it's great news for those folks. They deserve it, and I look forward to it. All right. Who else do we have join in? What we got? We're going to a few grounds I foresee. Happy Tuesday. Okay, Flight Boy, Griffin. Good morning. Hey, what's up? What's up, Biggs? Welcome in. Team Jamaica here. All right, Jamaica represent. I like it. We got, I'll tell you what, I always hear Brazil, Australia, all these things. I get so excited about talking to the people from all over the place, and now Jamaica. I like it. What's up, Biggs? Zia. Hey, why? Hey, got too excited. Okay, I was like, why what, my man? You're 71.8 million in my main tanks, and second is Air 54. I don't know why, but I want to switch my second to missiles, but they're at 45. Should I not do it and just continue with Air since I'm too far in? Really, honestly, I look at this. Are you a spender? I don't know if you're a spender, but I'll tell you my take of where you are, and really, like, from my perspective, if you're free to play low spend, You make your bed, just live with it, just drive through. You can enjoy this game with any team. I don't care what anybody says. Like, sure, I feel that there's stronger teams. We're actually just going to go over that in a couple of minutes after this, Azia, so you can watch that. And who I feel has shown its head as the strongest team around here. Whatever you built, you spent a lot of skill chips, probably when you're free to play low spend. You're a mid spender. Okay. Either way, I mean, you built your skill chips out. That's the hardest thing to build. You get your mastery going. Where your second mastery and stuff is. If you have a team that's very weak, and to try to flip that team around, it takes a long time. It's a hell of a commitment. It's going to take you, good. You got to look at it. It's going to take you 4 or 5 months that you're going to do. You're going to have to go through a shitty season. Often people spend that season as the third season. That's where people turn. So the way this game often operates, the way that I've seen it through my pathway, through all these different teams that I've been on and everything, is the game starts and pretty much most people are tanks. At least that's how the game originally started. Now more people read up before they play, and they automatically switch from day one. They kind of turn the table and they become maybe air on day one, whatever. They have a lot more information going in than we had back in the day. How it used to start, everybody was tanks. Everybody realized, oh shit, look at this counter. Look how this game works. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, I better be air because everybody's tank. So very fast, even preseason, before season one, people start changing and turning to air. You see the shift really early. It happens. And you have a lot of air teams that go in. Now, that air movement for your high spenders, even your mid spenders, mid to high, stays. And air becomes that top team that everybody switches to and they're tired of. You go through season 1 and 2. Usually there isn't a shift and there isn't a change until you get around season 3. That's when the high spenders, mid spenders start looking at it and saying, hey, you know what? I really want to develop that missile team. I'd like to have kind of like a missile air instead of this, I don't really have a second team. I've been building. I have, like 2 teams that are kind of in shambles, and I have 1 team that's really strong that I started to build out. Season 3, I would like to build that second team. You make that decision. You turn the tables around season 3, and then you go full on into missile. And that's usually when the switch from missile starts, happens around that season 2, season 3 area. And then pretty much season 3, when you're making that shift, depending on how much money you're actually depositing into this game, if you're just like a low high spender or a high mid spender, somewhere in there, you can't make the transition very fast, which means the season is often like, it's shot because you're stuck with like 2 mediocre teams instead of 1 great team. And it takes a while to make that shift. But then everybody makes a shift to missile, and then that team becomes your number 1 team. And then, people go different routes. Some people at that point choose to raise their second and third team equally, and they want to have 2 equal teams as they raise them up. I kind of look at that as mediocrity. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to eat a Reese's. I think whatever, it's an entertainment game, what you enjoy and how you enjoy building and doing your teams also depends on how much you're spending. Different things go into these decisions. I always looked at it when I was playing that I wanted to have 2 dominant teams. I didn't want to have mediocre teams. So when my first team was there, I wanted to have a second team where my first team could hold down my base. My second team would be used for fighting. So therefore, I would leave my first team home. I'd send my second team out. So I built my second team to be almost just as strong as my first team, just a little behind it, but just as strong before I turned the tables on my third team, because I wanted to be set sound in the battlefield, to be able to hold my own with my wall, but also send my team out to fight while my wall was protected, depending who was out there. Also, when you're doing this and you're building this way, this for me was season 3, 4, 5. It was a different game back then. People didn't have developed walls back then. You can actually burn people. Wow. I know it sounds crazy. Nowadays, it's so hard. When you're in the upper levels and you're playing like, high spenders and you're playing, it's very hard to burn people. It's very hard for VIP 18s to burn high spenders. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy. But I mean, unless you're like really upper echelon people that we look at, like, Eggplant and, different people that you're going to run into that are just ridiculously Hulk. You're going to run into Hulk. I mean, forget about it. You're going to run into Qatar. Yeah, it's just, forget it. Just take your wall down. You're going to get burned. But the people that have just kind of turned where they became VIP 18 over time, and they're more like, I don't know, the high 300 million total hero power, mid 350 total hero power, high spend, don't necessarily get burnt. It's not automatic. They can leave stuff on their wall and survive. It's a different game now than it was back then. So season 3, 4, 5, totally different. You can burn people. You can actually burn multiple people with your air out there. But everybody's becoming a lot more stronger. I'll be honest, it makes the game more interesting. I'd rather have people stronger. I like that, everybody just can't get run over on the battlefield, and you have to actually pay attention to who people are and just not take it for granted that, oh, I'm stronger than pretty much the majority of people here, therefore I can burn all these people. Not necessarily. And that's only going to get better as we move forward. Because it's going to be more counter teams to try to figure out, and you might be running into walls. They slowed down the burning, so it takes longer to come back to your base, which makes you more vulnerable. All better things for the game as far as I'm concerned. Fighting out there and stuff like that. That's really how the tide turns. Now, when I look at it for free to play low spend, if you're building a squad from season 1, season 2 all the way through, I'd rather have that same team built out. Like, don't change. Don't even change your team. You can shift your second team maybe, to how you want to build for your second team and counter team. But you're just going to make it further in the game and have more fun if your T1 is stronger. It just becomes harder to turn the page fast when you're not spending a lot. That's the only point. It's not about value of the team. It becomes value of how you build and how much you're spending. You can end up in mediocre land trying to make that turn for a long period of time. And then maybe you're not having as much fun playing the game. The game's an entertainment, right? This is your entertainment. So you have to know who you are and just know the quest you're going on when you do this. Just understand that from a transition perspective. I would say, from my perspective, as we get in here, Missile is really the way to go. I mean, just flat out, Missile's the team. Like, that's the shit. It's unbelievable. It's strong, man. It wallops, everybody. And we're gonna get into that in a second to show you just how strong it really is. And we'll do that now. So, hey, Triple Q, welcome in, man. Aziza, if you're sitting there with a 45 million missile and you have a 71 million tank, I would sit with tank. And if you want to build your missile to be your second team, do it that way. If you really want it, if you like missile, no reason not to like missile. When you have tank as your one, missile should be your second. So I would build my second team as your missile instead of air, and then build the second team as missile all the way up. And as you cap out your first team, you can start throwing things into your second team. Eventually, your missile starts going. You can play with both of those teams, and you can leave air on the side if you wanted. That's the way I would do it, just because you've already built such a strong team. Like, don't let that go to waste and try to make the switch and the flip. It's just a long ride, even for a mid spender. It's a long ride. So I would recommend you roll. Danny, welcome in. Good to see you. Okay, I always thought you want to keep the counter team as second so that bigs can't get through. 100% Triple Q. 100%. Counter team is second. So if you are tank, then you want missile. You're 100% correct. If you are air, whatever beats your air, that's missile. So then you want tank. So you go air tank. Just makes it harder to get through the wall. Everybody's playing. Like I said, especially now as we go through 3v3, guys, I keep saying this over and over again. This is happening at a higher level. What happens in this game is things happen at high spend level, right? And it trickles down in the game. So you may not be seeing it right now, but you will. I can give you a flash of what your future holds no matter what spending level you're at. When you go into 3v3 and you play 3v3, that isn't just a little arena game. That is exactly how the battlefield is turning out right now at a high spend level. That is 3v3 in fights right now on the battlefield. And all that's going to happen is that 3v3 is going to slowly trickle down. It's going to be low high spend, then it's going to be high mid spend, on and on and on until you get down, until people get more teams. And you start to get and build these teams. And obviously you're free to play. It's going to take you a long time to build a third team, right? I mean, we're talking years because you have to get the gear. Your team is shit without gear. So you got to get the blueprints, and that's going to take you forever. However, like low high spend, 100%. we'll get to the point of 3 teams if you haven't already. And then high mid spend, yes, you will also eventually turn that corner and be able to get there. Low spend going to take you a while. You also going to take you a while because it's not just the prints, it's also the gear, it's also your chips. You got to get your chips going and stuff like that before you can actually do what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's 3v3 in the battlefield. And what I mean by that is you take a hit from somebody. If they're getting through your wall, they're beating you. You basically look at that team and you throw your overlord onto whatever the counter team is for that team. And you're shuffling around your wall in real time. That's how it's working. That's what it looks like on the battlefield. And everybody's doing it. You look at it for VIP 18s, really were the ones that were the first ones that were able to do it. Myself, I finally am getting into it now. Be honest with you, I'm a few months behind what they've been doing. I'm just getting into my 3rd team. Just got all my prints on my 3rd team. My mastery is almost complete, so I'm still not 100% there. But my mastery is at 75%, and that's why I'm still sitting at 0% tactical. I took a different route because this is the game I'm playing. I'm actually playing the battlefield game where I want to be able to do a counter team to all 3. So it's more important for me in my strategy to get my tank to 100% and have a 3rd team viable to be able to fight than it is to sit here and just get tactical and lift my T1s up. Not what I recommend for you. If you are low spend, if you're free to play, if you're whatever, as I've told you, I recommend you get that 80% on that 2nd team and hop right into tactical to lift that T1 up. That's what I would recommend. Just know you're going to have to complete those masteries anyway. You can only take this tactical to 39% before it kicks you right back and tells you to complete all 3 masteries. I wish they changed that requirement, to be honest with you. I'm hoping there's some update. They don't put people through that. And eventually we can get away from that for free to play. Because, come on, why are they sitting here completing and wasting their valor on a 3rd team they're not going to use for years? I mean, this is what we're going to put free to play through, but all right, I digress. We have a long list of things we don't want to put free to play through. We'd much rather have a factory build blueprints in their base than worry about that anyway. But I digress. This is why I'm building this way, and it's all for countermeasures when I'm fighting, and then I'll get to tactical next, and then that'll build all 3 teams up as I move forward with my strategy. Yeah, we're kicking ass right now because as much gear as I put on my team, without that tank mastery, when I hit people when they have 100% mastery and you only have like 40% mastery, yeah, shit don't work. It don't work. It's just like you're only dipping your toe in the water and you're kidding yourself because it's just not strong enough. And without the gear, it's really, you're not even playing. You're not even in the game. Okay? Like you don't even have enough money to ante up to play your hand in the game. But without the mastery, you have no chance of winning the hand, even if you're playing. So, the gear can only get you so far. All right, so let's get in. Let's look at a battle report. I want to show you guys where the strongest team in Season 6. This was asked on Saturday to me with what do I think the meta is in Season 6? Who is the top team of Season 6? And my answer was Missile. I think Missile is the strongest team in Season 6. I just think that as you saw, I think that Air is they're doing away with Murphy. The 4+1, they're going to have a little choice, but to go full Air due to the DVA Awakening skill. It's just such a huge difference to have 5 Air in the lineup, and that might be able to mess around. I haven't been able to push her yet. We could talk about the sandboxing there as we move forward with Sarah, different things. Sarah going to come back in? Maybe. We got to do some of that stuff and test some of that out. But yeah, it's difficult to put Murphy. It's going to be difficult because it's just going to amp up that awakening skill. It's a hell of a loss to lose a stack out of there for that awakening. So they clearly did it on purpose. I mean, this is clearly, it's no surprise, right? There's 2 actions that took place to show you the developers did not like how OP 4+1 was with Air with Murphy. Okay. And the first one was they did away with the 4+1 card in Season 6. You're going to have it in Season 4. You're going to have it in Season 5. Then they did away with it in Season 6. They said, nope, not going to happen. We don't want you using that. It's too OP. Okay, cool. Then what's the second thing they did? Oh, we're going to make an awakening shard, and we're actually going to give you strong bonuses to have an all-air squad. Now, they already actually do this with Missile. Missile does it a couple of different ways. They actually, when you had early Marshall with Missile, you could take out Fiona and put Marshall in and use that 4+1 card in Season 4 and Season 5. Fiona with her exclusive weapon kind of changes that a little bit in Season 5. You get it early on, and 5 exclusives is just tough to get around. It's just too strong. You have to use it. And the other thing that's great about Missile is that one team that its skills are built off one another. So it's meant to be a full Missile squad to get the max out of their benefits and their skills. It's written right into their skills. That it's multiplied by the number of Missile teams you have within the team. So with Missile, it's always kind of been the 5. Like I said, when you have the 4+1, you're getting the 20% bonus. Okay, then you want it anyway because you get the full squad bonuses. But you know, when you get that, when you're getting 5 exclusive weapons, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell to get around that. You're trying to do, and then I know there's like, you know, hey, I can put Lucius in and, you know, stuff like that. And the hard part with Lucius, especially when you have a Missile team, is your air is your counter. That's your number 2 on your wall. And for anybody that has air knows that the one thing you cannot do, there's no ways around it. You can't take Lucius from air. Lucius is concrete. He's your foundation. You have to have Lucius in air. You cannot get rid of him and have a decent air. You're not going to have a number 1 air. You're not going to have a number 2 air, and you're going to have sit with Lucius and whatever. Completely downgrading air by removing Lucius and putting him anywhere else where you're trying to make that team stronger. It's a very difficult argument when you make one team stronger and you make another team so much weaker. If you're not only worrying about a T1. So Lucius is a tough sell no matter what. He's great in a lot of teams to move around, and he's strong, especially with his exclusive weapon, but it doesn't work if you want to use air in any way, shape, or form. I would say the same thing happens with Murphy. The way it worked for me, and I was able to use, Marshall. The reason why it was able to work for me when I used Marshall and 4+1 for the Missile team, I was able to do it in season. I was able to do it in Season 4 for the 4+1 card because Tank was my third team, and I wasn't even using them. Tank wasn't strong enough to use, so Marshall was a complete waste for me. So it was like, oh yeah, I can use him in Missile, and sure enough, it was beating the shit out of strong Missile teams. I mean, it was murdering strong Missile teams. It was phenomenal 4+1 lineup before the 5 exclusive weapons. And then again, it's another thing though. Once I'm now building my third team, you can't take Marshall from Tank anymore because I'm using my third team. So, you know, it's locked in no matter what you were doing. And that's kind of where the balance comes with a lot of these things. So Missile, getting to the lineup, right? So what are we looking at? Why are we saying that it's the top? Well, I'm going to take you to a report. I have to go off screen because I got too much stuff going on in the chat and the season, as you guys know, and all this stuff. Let me grab it. What it's doing. Processing checked. Okay. What is the game slow or something all of a sudden? All right, so while I pull this up, I want to look to the chat here and show you. So everybody says we got all our percentages. We're going to end the poll. Take a look here, what everybody said. I'm finding this here, and look how close that was, huh? Look at this. Which teams are most used in Last War? And Air edged out Tank in that. So there you go. That's what everybody thought. 42 votes. Yeah. So let me get this one more time. See if I can pull this up. I'm trying to pull up the report, and this is what I'm getting right now. So I don't know what the hell's going on with the game. It's always something, man. Always something. I I do agree. I mean, air is everybody kind of floats through tank. I'm actually surprised more people didn't say air. It seemed to me like it starts to become a little slanted once you get around season 3. Although I do think there's a lot of people that stick, but you don't run into a ton of tanks. Do you think there's a lot more low spend, free to play tank teams? Is that what you think out there? Is that what you're running into? Boy, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to close this game down. I'm going to close it down. Let's try to restart it. Trip QEA tank is low spend, missile, high spend, air, mid spend. Yeah, I don't disagree, Triple Q. I think that's probably a fair assessment. People, I'll tell you what, when I was in season, well, I want to say like season, what, like 4? Season 3, 4? Man, there are some strong-ass air teams. Strong air teams, man. Crazy. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay, there, that worked. Restarting, it worked. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at why do I say missile is the number 1. So let's look at this battle report, okay, everybody? So this is straight out of season 6. You can see here battle. So we have a missile versus an air, right? But not only a missile versus an air, guys, I want you to look at this. 89 million versus 97.5 million. We're in a battlefield fight, 8.5 million advantage right here for air. 8.5 million. That's enormous. And then we look at here, and we have almost 3 stars for the Awakening for Diva. And this is the biggest point to me of why I feel that Missile is the top team. Because you're looking at a counter here of 8.5 million, and Tesla's Awakening has not even dropped yet. No Tesla Awakening even in the fight. It's like Missile with a hand tied behind its back. An 8.5 million lead. Now, let's find the weakness, guys. Let's look through this report. There must be something hidden here that's going to stick out for you, okay? Ready? Here we go. Okay. Look at, you got 8.6 to 8.2. Got the exclusive weapons on lock. So it's not an exclusive weapons. They got that on lock. The gear, no surprise. The skills, nothing you're going to see there. Let's go into the drones. Drone locked up, 250. 250 to 235. Okay? Advantage over here. Chips, all 40. Got full 10. Right across. All 40 chips to 34. Again, advantage. 694 to 660 combat boost. Not a 750 bonus, but an advantage nonetheless. The level 10 advantage is over here, barely, but over here. I mean, is still the slight advantage over here. Obviously, the stat as you get into the Overlord, you're seeing an advantage here with the Overlord, where you're seeing the skills max, you're seeing almost all the 750, way over on the 600s. Maybe it's in the tech. Let's look. We're using an air, max level. Missile, max level. We get down to tactical, 21% to 20%. So there you go. That's about even when you look at all their important things here. Siege, defense, special handling. It's all locked up. Everything's even here. Come in. An advantage over here. 1.2 million for Deco. Advantage over there. You got your tactic cards. Maybe it's buried in tactic cards. He's got a huge even advantage here. Let's look. Guys, very small. Very small, but still 0% combat details here. They still an advantage over on battle cards. So you got that. Okay. Cosmetics. All right, there's a little advantage. Finally, finally sunlight. 0.3. Finally got something as an advantage on the left here, right? But now let's go into T11s. Where's the T11s? Huge advantage of T11s. This person's almost completed their T11s. They got 4. They got 19.4 million to 18.1. Right? Quantity's there. Morale is there. Like, there's no advantage there. Wall advantage, right? They got the season skill advantage. Look at all the bone. Look at all the hero attack, the defense, the hero, everything here. Advantages. All on this team. Across the board. There's not a weak spot in their entire account. The way that their account is built, it's unbelievably sound. Nowhere to find. Right? It's wild. It's wild. But look, when you look, it is still an 8.5 million. 8.5 million. Advantage for, and again, and you can look at it from a Carly perspective. You can look at it from wherever you want. At the end of the day, again, Missile does not even have their awakening yet. This is Tesla without awakening, blowing air apart. And this is the type of shit that Tank, I know all you people out there, because you put Tank as the second team. So the funny part is, I know all you people out there are crying 0 tears for any air team, because you're like, good, Tank's been going through this shit for how long with air being OP, right? You're like, what, are you kidding me? Tank's been like 10 million, 12 million under, and air has been able to beat Tank. So I don't cry a single tear for him, right? But it's just to show you the reason why I say it is because I think it's clear as day. Like when the chips are down, Tank is Missile is the strongest team. This is just the strongest team. And, you know, like I said, once the Awakening comes out and you're able to blow through Awakening, yeah, it's gonna be unreal. It's gonna be unbelievable, especially in the season. So on top of this, what's really great is if you have your totem and you're building out your totem for Missile and you're getting the bonuses with your totem for your T1, you're only helping yourself. And don't forget, we didn't take this team. This is a team straight up on the battlefield. Imagine now with 0% on their tactic cards. Now what happens when you give Missile a full defense in a building with defensive regroup? And this is what Pun was talking about yesterday, where Pun was saying that the defensive, the shield that comes up on the village that we were talking about is OP. Because to try to get through that shield against a tough team who's using defensive regroup, who has a team like this, and you get 60 of these people in one alliance that's protecting against that shield, it's tough. It's tough to get them the hell out of there. You have a limited time, and it seems like you have a long time, but to bust through that shield and then also bust through the city to try to destroy it, it's incredibly hard. It is incredibly hard. I am not going to be surprised when there is a Season 6 update that comes to the future servers that says they've downgraded the strength of the shield for the cities. I'm not going to be surprised in the least. I'm surprised they didn't do it for us after the OGs did it. I'm surprised they already didn't do it. But, you know, I don't know, like, it'll be like that great of a drop, but at the same time, I watched for an hour. I watched a battle with that shield on, and the team hit it with timing and rallies, and they could not get through that shield. And then finally at the end, they finally busted through it. I think there was like 5 minutes left, and they just didn't have enough time to even do anything with that village. And their whole team was just hitting it for an hour. It was crazy. So, but yeah, the missile team is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So there you go. Kaos, what do you got? What squad would you recommend as my second? I'm almost done with my main missiles. Well, if your missiles and your air, missile air. I mean, we don't want to take it too far. I mean, there's a reason why there's no tears being spilt from Tank people, because air is still whooping Tank. Like, I wouldn't, you know, we can't go too far with the hate on air. Air is incredibly strong. They want to keep it strong. I know that's why everybody was a little upset with the Awakening shards, why they gave into air and made that, they gave the bump on the skill, right? Because it was too weak. I mean, too weak. Like, clearly, if you have it right now with the updated skill, and it's still missiles busting its ass. But yeah, they made it stronger. They made air stronger with the new awakening skill hitting the complete back row instead of hitting the front row. So yeah, listen, 100% Kyos. If I were you, I would build. That's how I did it. I have zero regret on how I built missile air as my 1-2 that drove me through the majority of this game. Before I even unlocked tank. And I love tank. All you guys out there know, tank. I always say tank was that woman that got away. The woman that got away in your life. I always look back at tank like, oh man, I love tank. It's really because of I like strategy on the battlefield. You can analyze the battle reports and maybe switch around your teams, which is going to be fun to do. But I always like tank because if you're battling somebody, even air, you can sit there and look at the battle report and just pop back into your base and move Marshall around. That targeting for Marshall is so friggin' strong. I mean, it's so awesome. It's comparative to as strong as like the stun is for air. There's very few skills that are that strong in this game that are controllable, and that Marshall targeting is awesome. So to be able, like, mid-fight to see how you're lined up and know that you can flip the script by just moving him over and aligning them with Marshall, and the team you're fighting has no clue what hit them. They have 1 minute they think they're just blowing through you, and they're like, oh yeah, look, you want to keep taking this? Okay. Next thing you know, they can check that battle report, and you're like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, your diva's getting lit up. Marshall's lighting it up. I just sat at battle report not too long ago. The other person was stronger as can be. They sent me a battle report. They're like, can you believe I won this fight? And the first thing I did was look at the lineup. It had Marshall on diva, and I'm like, yes, I 100% can believe you won this fight. Just look at the line. Let's look at Marshall is blowing apart diva. You're not going to, air doesn't stand a chance. Air getting lit up. Without Murphy, air is kind of garbage, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know about guard. Like I said, throw me air against tank or air against air with awakening skill. I still say that air against air with the awakening. I like to see it. Now, are you saying against miss? Are you saying against missile? Triple Q? Because against missile, it's doesn't have much of a chance. But we should run some of that. We should run some of that in the little sandbox action of what it is to do some of that. Yeah. Missile is I agree with you, Triple Q. It's a tough go. They put you in a bad spot right now because you can't. You're going to sit there and you almost end up with the same. It's so difficult because the awakening skill is weakened as you move forward and get that to 4 stars. I think it's going to get weakened even worse. But then you're losing the defense. I mean, the mitigation from Murphy is, if you lose that, you're weakening too. So you're damned if you do and you did. Air and again, it's like a sympathy air session here that nobody wants to hear. It's like, but it's almost like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If you're an air person, you're in a bad spot right now, as far as I'm concerned. Against missile teams, against tank teams, I don't think it really matters. Double hybrids, air, Murphy, and tank, Adam. Okay, I see what you're doing there because you'd rather have the 2 strong teams and just weaken the 3rd. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Ultimately, you're pulling. Although what are you doing? What are you doing with missile? Who are you put in for missile? Lucius? Or you're not even using missile? Let's not talk about it. All right, Triple Q, I get you, brother. I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, no, it's yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's certainly another take to take. If you're not using your third team 100%, like Triple Q is saying, if like your first team, if you are free to play low spend, you're never getting your third team. So however you build, using that for spare parts is really your best bet, because you're gonna go 2 years. I mean, honestly, like however long it took you to build your T1, it's going to take you just as long to build your T2. And that's when you were geared up in this game, playing it full out. That's just to say you're going to commit yourself to playing this game for 3 more years before you get to your third. But I mean, let's just be honest. You're better off using your spare parts to build your first 2 teams than thinking you're going to have a third team anyway. Now you get into mid-spend, I mean, that's free to play. Mid-spend, you're around the same thing. Mid-spend, you're pretty much in the same ballpark. I mean, unless you're like high mid-spend, it's going to take you a long time to get to your third team. You're in the same part. You're better off using your spare parts to build your first 2. And really, there's a sound argument to be made. Like everybody says, use the counter, right? But listen, if you can build better with your third team, for example, I was just having a conversation the other day with somebody who was building their team where the typical, let's say what you want is missile air, right? But they were going to build missile tank. Now, that's not going to build your strongest wall. I'm sorry. They were supposed to be air. They were going to do air tank. It is how you should be doing it. And instead, they were doing air missile, is how they were building, right? I think that's what they were doing. Yeah, that's what they were doing, air missile. So what they were doing was taking their tank team, and they were taking Murphy and putting it with air, and they were taking Marshall, and they were putting it with missile. And they were moving parts around because ultimately they weren't going to use their tank team anyway. They were only going to be able to use 2 teams. So rather than go with the strong counter, they figured they can use more parts off of the tank team than they could and do 4+1. And listen, it's sound if it's going with you, especially if you're not able to develop exclusive weapons at a quick clip, and you're still building, especially on your second team, where if you're sitting there with your first team air and you're like, hey, I can't get to the exclusive weapons on my second team. So everybody can talk about, you're like Fiona and whatever, but listen, if you can't get to your exclusive weapons, you're better off with Murphy on your missile team. So I would 100% go. I think it made total sense to me as they were going. Things. So listen, there's so many different ways to skin the cat, guys. When you're playing the game, it all depends on your pay level. Let's not pretend, it's not, pay levels around here that don't make strategies and how this game is played, right? Like that's the truth. So although, yeah, I'd love to do that, but guess what? It's going to take me this long to get exclusive weapons build out. That's real. So sometimes you can do something. Don't look at everybody else is doing. Because you can't do that. So that's a sound strategy to me, to build the best wall you can, most competitive wall you can on your spare parts you're never going to build anyway. And there's my man, Mew. What up, buddy? What up, Mew? Mew, unfortunately, buddy, we got further apart with our servers, man. I was hoping you'd join here. That's where you were supposed to. You were supposed to join 118. Had that all worked out, bro, but nah. It's gonna be a long time, Mew. Long time before they allow the servers to touch, so not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen. Sad day in Deville. One thing while we're talking about the servers, I wanted to quickly just touch on everybody. So as you know, 118 has had its transfer session up, and our transfer portal up for the applications that were coming in. So many friggin' applications. I can just tell you at this point for season 6, purple is closed for us. So purple is set for 118. Blue is still open. So blue and whites, feel free to line in. There is going to be a split. So if you want to play on UXW, also have an open mind about where you come and where you're going to play when you enter into 118. The Blues, we're looking for Blues for the different teams, 3 different teams, really, like NOS and Row and UXW. So we'll be splitting some transfers as we come in as well for Blue seats coming in and, you know, moving stuff around within the server and stuff. So keep that in mind as well for everything that's going on. So just do that. I just wanted to be open with you about where we are with the transfer. Amazing amount of people that wanted to join us, which I truly appreciate. And everybody in 118 looks forward to those that are joining. And we will have this already having conversations with people around season 7. So anyway, I wanted to be open with you about that with the purple seats coming in. I doubt we're going to get a gold, but if you're wondering, hey, about a gold, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one either. I don't think we're getting one, and if we do, there's been a whole lot of gold interest already in regards to that going back a few seasons. I think there was already a line waiting for that one. So just take that in. And yes, Mew, it would have been fun, bro. But you know what? Don't matter, because WWC gonna have you on. Mew, I don't know. We're gonna, you know what? Mew, I'm gonna text you tonight, and we'll set up. We gotta set up some time. I'm gonna get you in. Nobody else on the slate for that day. Just QB and Mew. I gotta get you up in here and talk a little bit to Mewtwo. Gotta talk to Mew, Mr. Man. Great effing dude. You don't talk to Mewtwo, you should reach out to that man and have a conversation with him. He's a great damn guy to talk to. But yeah, Mew, I'll throw you a text and we'll set something up. Cause I wanna get you up in here. OG. Love it. Well, at least you get to have more fun with all that. I know, OG, huh? How about that? Huh? No more solitary confinement, my man. No more. Good for you. I'm so happy for all you OGs, man, just to be able to get out. You guys got to be excited. Although I did hear also that prices are probably at an all-time high, and OGs are also looking to sell. So I guess it's Curse. We'll see how many people actually stay within the OG shirt. I mean, it does make sense, right? I mean, the accounts are at an all-time value when you think about it from selling, because now you can actually move out of there, and you know so anybody that's looking to be able to sell the accounts gets it kind of they kind of sprouted out, and all of a sudden overnight it was like all the houses went on the market. You know what I mean? It's like the interest rates went down. Everybody's like, yeah, all right, I'm so happy the interest rates went down for you. You couldn't afford a house. And all of a sudden, you look around and all the houses went up. It's like, that's what happened in the OG servers, it feels like. Everybody's like, oh, good. Hey, guys, we're finally getting it. Hey, guys, hey, where'd everybody go? Everybody's ready to, some people are just ready to sell. But yeah, man, I'm happy for you. Happy for you. And Triple Q, what server are you on? Aren't you, if I remember, Triple Q, are you like server 50? Aren't you? You're OG too, aren't you? I want to say Triple Q's 50. If I got that right, I'm gonna just close down shop, and I might just end the show if I got that right. Triple Q, are you 50? I'm really excited that I might have got that right now. We'll see what he says. I'm excited, but also not excited to run into you guys. Oh no, Eric. We're huggers. We're huggers. We don't like that. Oh, you're 50, Eric. Oh, okay. All right. I thought for some reason. Oh, Triple Q, you're not OG? You're 743? Oh, I thought you were OG for some reason. I thought we had Eric, Koala. I know we used to have what is his name? Sting, I think, right? Yeah, Sting. We used to have Sting, but Sting doesn't even play really that much on the OG servers anymore. He got an account on another server. So when I was reaching out and talking to Sting a little bit on the side too, and he went in. Well, Triple Q, you are going to love Season 6. That much I can tell you, brother. It's a phenomenal season. So you got nothing but good days ahead for you. What's up, John? Welcome in, buddy. Good having you. That's a little transfer banter. Honored to make the number 118 collage. Oh, only seen it a few days ago. I am. Which one? Who are you on the? Who are you on the banner? Where are you on the banner? 653. Shout out to 653. And shout out to 743 too, by the way. Shout out to both. How about that? How about that? Face huggers. He's ranked 1 in he's day 1, he's ranked 1 in merit. Way to go, Triple Q. Knocking it out the park. What do you 100 to nothing? Too funny. Too funny. Oh man, that's great stuff. Great stuff. Hey, anybody want any hey, if you guys want any of these season 6 tribal face mask gifts, by the way, send me a message. I'll gladly gift you a tribal face mask. I'll tell you what, I don't do a lot of the gifts. I just like, I message so many friggin' people, and you're RFA? Oh, cool. All right, great stuff. Look at it, got RFA in here. Love having 118 family up in here. I get so many messages. You would think that I would just be gifting like crazy, and I don't even have time to freaking gift. I'm like, I just get through the message. I'm just happy to get through the damn messages as I thumb through everybody. Never mind giving out gifts. But if anybody wants a tribal face mask, if you're out there in like 1,800, 2,000. Hey, by the way, I did not say a shout out to where is my 2,000 person? Anybody? Somebody tell me in the chat, because I just realized I did not have a hello from a 2,000 server. I feel like something was missing tonight. Always get a shout out to the like a random like 2,085 or 2,100 or like always somebody out there in the family. RJ, bear down, buddy. Bear down in Australia. That's all I can say. Okay. Let's get through and go through our stuff here. We have, what did we do? We talked about our OGs. We talked about our strongest team. We're going to do our DVA sandboxing. Two things I want to do here. One is, I forgot last night, I didn't do any of the drone stuff. One thing I want to do is just take the, we are in versus, I don't know how we're doing actually. Did not look to see how we were doing. I waited to do this though. So I'm going to 240. Boom. Boom. Here's your little cut drill that you get when you go up every 10 at this level. This is what it looks like. There it is. It's approaching its best state. There you go. So we are level 240 on the drone now. So we're pushing to our final 10. Final 10 to be 250. We are almost there. Another one that actually, I'm going to come back here real quick, but another one that I'm looking forward to coming up at the next glitter, we'll be pushing our T11s to the 3-star. Now, what's interesting in what you get here with it's, you know, you restore 5% of lightly wounded units from the battle. Now, this is with the dark troops. Now, with the light troops, if you look, with this 3 stars, you actually cause additional enemy unit deaths equal to 5% of your unit deaths. Now, what I think you get with that, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think that does is I think it offsets if they have 5%. So let's say they have 250 drone right now. If they have 250 drone and they have the 5% death rate increase from 250 drone, and I get the white 5% death rate troops going, I think that just cancels each other out. So they lose their 5% death rate on their drone from getting me if I use the white troops. Now, to get an additional 5% death rate, that's in the fourth one here. Because in the fourth one, you get an additional death rate of 5%. And I don't know if Pun's out there or anybody who's got the T11s to 4-star is actually out there. I can reach out to Pun after this. I'd be interested to know, because I think with 250, you get 5%, and with this, you get 5%. So I'd be interested to know when Pun fights like, I don't know, like Eggplant or somebody like a VIP 18 who also has the 2 5%. I wonder if they cancel each other out and nobody's getting their troops killed. Like when somebody attacks your base, if you completely cancel out the 10%. Because that's what I think would happen. That's my theory. I need to see a battle report to just confirm that, but I think it's going to happen. So I'm actually excited, though. You'll see me using the white troops a lot more if that's the case. Because that means I can cancel out 250 drone people's 5% death rate, because more people have 250 drone than actually have the 3 stars on the T11s. Now, once I can get to the T11s, I get these. Once I get my drone 10 more levels to 250, then that'll also happen. So it works like that with the last tech defense and see. Yeah, okay. That's how I think it's going to work. I truly believe that's how it works. And I bring that up because I've talked about how, there it is. Shout out to 2252, Biggs. I knew it. Laying in the cup. I knew it. Gotta get my people out here. Love it. But that's a big deal, because one of the things that I said was, as you go through free to play, I truly believe your glittering coins are worth it to unlock your T11s. It's like a 4 million push. It's worth it to unlock the T11s and get the T11 troops to push there, because it takes forever to do it. So if you stop and use some of your glittering coins to actually unlock T11s, yes, I really think that is worth it. Now, the first time through to get 1 star, you're 100% going to see the bonuses that you get from it play out in your squad levels. You get not only, because when you unlock them, you're gonna get mark size is going to increase. You're going to see a lot of attribute increases from it, which is worth it. Now, when you get into the 1 star, you'll see both again. There's chunk of mark size increases and attribute increases. It reflects, and it's great. Now, after that, though, there has not been a whole lot of March increase on the 2nd star through. Now, you get some attribute increases. It's not like you're not getting any strength increases. You're still getting them. But like most things in this game, as you advance them into the higher levels, you don't get as big of a push as you did from early on. I mean, this works with your skills, with the skills for the heroes. I mean, 1 through 20 level gets you bigger bumps than 20 through 30 gets you. Your exclusive weapon. When you bump your exclusive weapon from from level 1 to 20, you're getting 1 million increase. Your power increases from 20 all the way to 30 only gives you 500,000 increase. So this really works all the way through when you start looking at your mark size increase, your power increases. That's really the story across the board. So it's not really a surprise that happens. However, now there's a different advantage that you get. I don't feel like it's talked about enough, because if you're unlocking that 5% offset with the death rate increase, listen, this is enormous, especially at the high spend level. You guys know, if you're out there and you're a high spender and you're in those fights where you're trying to hold up your wall or you're fighting those stronger people and they're beating you, you start looking at your death rate and you're like, son of a bitch. The VIP 18s or the higher whales, they have that death rate increase, and it's actually impacting your troop losses. and you're like, shit, man, I can hold up and I can burn, but we're really like split and even. This fight would be a lot better if they couldn't burn me and I also wasn't having my troops die and they only had their troops die. This would be a lot more effective. Well, I feel like this is a different story if you're doing white, because not only do you have, by using the white T11 troops, do you get less troops going to the hospital, but now on top of that, you have less troops dying at the 5% clip. And that's an enormous story for the 3 stars, you know. And again, obviously talking to high spenders, you're talking about 3 stars and free to play, still trying to unlock it for the most part. But just saying. So right there, Bobby L makes my point. Bobby L makes my point. 8 months. So he's laughing about it, but 8 months to unlock T11. I really translate to you in saying that from a free to play low spend. He unlocked it, but Bobby, you probably got 4 million out of that unlock. It's an enormous bump, everybody. Like it's no joke. Like it's well worth it when you unlock it. From that whole journey, he probably gained like 4 million in squad power. Enormous attribute bumps from unlocking those T11s. It's a big bump, and that's why I don't take it lightly. You know, I've always recommended when we're dealing with glittering, saving your coins and getting your red prints. So the gear, I am a gear guru with you, you know, from account reviews, battle reports, gear, right? But I'm telling you, it's 100%. And the way that I kind of put that in my head is, you can get these red prints, and we can get blueprints with the bullseye. They end up in the honor shop. You end up getting the red prints. We get the blueprints in the honor shop. There's places you can get blueprints and red prints. What you're not able to get are T11. And he's telling you right there, 8 months, and he doesn't have them. So think about if you could take your glittering coins, and instead of doing the red prints, you just unlock your T11s. You probably could cut that timeline in half. You get a crap ton out of your glitter coins to do that. You could probably at least take a couple months off of it by using your glitter coins to buy it out. And I'm just saying the power bumps are big for that. So yeah, I do highly recommend them. I don't know if you really like 1 star. I will say, as you push through 1 star, you may have a strategy you're like, hey, I'd rather use it for 1 star and keep going. I get it, but I'll just say that I recommend to unlock them. Let's not go too far with ignoring the red prints, because incredibly important, and it takes you forever already to get a set of red prints. You know, a full team set of red prints. So I don't know if I'd go as far as to just completely ignore red prints and only concentrate on T11. But to unlock it, I think 100%. Me personally, it would be a no-brainer. I would spend them to unlock the thing. All right, let's do this and get all of our glitter coins up. As you can see, we're good. And oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4. We got 4. And then we come here. Let's see. We got. Is this a unlock? Is this a choice? Yeah. So we got a choice chest. Let's see what one we need. Missile. We are doing. 5, and then memory ultra fission with the arrow. There we go. And then we get our combat boost. Okay. And we're done. Boy, I'll tell you, this journey to get my chips, to all 10. Oh my God, guys, this journey is brutal. It's 40 chips. And I'm on, I think, my second one. I'm only 26 through 40. I'll be so much closer tonight because it's mobilization. I'm able to get all the chip material, which is 10 chips. So I'll finally be able to turn this one to 36. And then I'll only be 4 away from getting my second 10. But it is taking me months to get oh man, it is like a grind to try to get 40 of these chips from a spender. It's crazy. Oh my God. Driving me nuts. driving me nuts. I'm ready to move on to one of my other teams. At this point. All right, so let me get to. I got to get my 3v3 in real quick. We have some strong people up in here. We have 107 with Slappy and Eggplant. I told Eggplant today he beat me twice, and I let him know I was gonna challenge him to a rematch, but then I saw he whooped my ass back to back, and okay, I'll take the hit. I get the hint. I'm not gonna beat him, so we'll see. Luckily, I only have 14 left for this. I did do some earlier. I almost completed them all. All right, let me throw my Overlord there. Should be able to take him 2 out of 3. Thanos. Gotta match up with evenly here. He gets the Overlord on tank. Even. Oh, why did I do that? I need to do this. Yes. Okay. All 3 there. What does that push us to? 8th place? 8th place. 8th place. All right, we got 8 minutes. We can do this. I don't know. Can I beat this guy? This guy's incredibly strong. I don't think I can beat him. Yeah, no go. Yeah, not close there. Nope. Yeah, he's 340 million, I think, or 350 million. I know he was really strong. You can only do so much. All right. What we got? 8 more. 8 more. Crawling back into 10th place. Peanut, we don't even try. Ridiculous. Peanut is way too... Oh, good. They gave me back-to-back Peanut. I mean, come on, Peanut. Come on. Give me a break over here. Ugh. Knocking me back. 3 times! Come on. Peanut! Jesus Christ. My golly, man. Oh, thank God. It was like 3 times? Phew. God, you think you know somebody. You think you know somebody, and then, boom, she wallops me. Well, if the commander's in combat, tell him to get out of combat, because I got some ass to whoop. Crack a mark. Just got cracked. Let's see. This is I struggle beating him now. I'm gonna try to go this route. He's incredibly strong. This awakening skill, he's got Diva to 3-star. And it was too strong. Well, it was really close. I'll try it again. It was really close. It was razor thin. He beat me last time with this matchup. We'll see if I get it this time. Oh, I did. I got it this time. Okay. Last time it was razor. It's really close. It's like a close battle. Last time it was razor thin. His air actually beat me. But I got him. All right, 3 left. 4 minutes. A Doberman. I run into friggin' Peanut 3 times. And now I think this is my 3rd time against Doberman. Sheesh. Crying out loud, man. My own server taking me, tearing me apart. I'll tell you what. I didn't even have to like second guess it. Once I saw that they threw Carly into tank, see, that's the problem. Is you don't know what to do when you pull Murphy into air now and you try to throw Carly over on tank. Yeah, shit don't work. As soon as I see that, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, give me that. I'll take that. That's the down that people don't talk about. Is you made your air team people think you're making your air team stronger. You're 100% weakening your tank team though. Poor Carly. Nobody wants Carly. She's like, you go over and Tank's like, oh come on, man. How do I trade for Murphy? I'll give you Sarah and Carly for Murphy back. I mean, like poor Tank. Tank's like, please, just give me her back. give me Murphy back. All right, what do we got here? We good. Get this done. 3 minutes. Is that my last one? Did I have one more? Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay, what did we finish? All right, we crawled back to 10th place. We crawled back to 10th. I'm telling you, I really believe. Oh, here's Eggplant. This I was telling you. I mean, this guy. Look at this guy. I was playing him. Look, 131 million. Like, what the F, man? Like, he barely. Look, I don't even touch his team. I scratch his gorilla. I tickle his gorilla's armpit. I mean, 131 million. And by the way, Eggplant, you have the nerve to counter me? You can just at least beat me straight up. You don't have to counter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to show this to the people. At least let me show them, like, my missile team losing to your air. You know what I mean? God, you got to beat up on my poor tank team. Jesus. So embarrassing. It's so bad. I mean, here's his missile team against my air. 117 million for his second team. Or yeah, you say just in case. I know, right? Just in case. Let me make sure. Let me step on his throat is what he said. I mean, holy shit. Here's his second team. I'm sorry. How dare me insult him? His second team is 120 million. His third team is 100. His third team is pulling up all lame about 117 million. You know what I mean? God, what an embarrassment. 117 million. Should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, this guy is just to the gills, bro. This guy's on straight up steroids. Last war was testing. Eggplant be popping like crazy. It's just ridiculous. Drones at 300. That's right. 300, I said. We're sitting there looking at 250 before. Yeah, he said, nah, I'm going 300. You're kicking field goals. I'm throwing touchdowns. 300. 900 combat boost. 900. What? Ridiculous. It's just silly. Level 11. This guy's on his way to level 12 components. It's just unreal. It's on another planet. Team Anchor, 10 Team Anchor. He's turning this over. This is maxed. As you can see, look at this. The old tactical max level. in 2027 at some point, I'm thinking 2027. It may be 2028. I don't know. When I get to this max level of tactical, this guy's already here. He's just crazy. His deco, anybody who has double digits in deco is knocking it out the park, people. When you see double digits, that's how you know. It's 10 is crazy. 12 is a really like good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, you look at me, I'm like level 4 going on I'm between level 4s and 5s in all my deco. And I spent a bunch on my deco. I you know, no expense. Like a bunch of my money got dumped into deco. I have a pretty high deco. But I'm sitting here at 168 levels. He's 217 on his gold deco. It's crazy. Crazy. No surprise. No surprise. He's all out on attacks. Luckily for me, I throw up my combat boost cards and look at me knocking it out the park. I probably took a good, like, 13 friggin' troops from him because of that, by the way. I'll have you know. Proud of that shit. Proud of that. Yeah, I mean, everything, like, is cosmetics. But he's completed T11s. By the way, he's got the little gold shroud T. And why do you act like we both have the gold shroud T11s, by the way? Can we not do that? Can he get the gold shroud and I get the normal looking boring T11s that I have? Because I am not here. I do not deserve to be lined up with these things, whatever he's got going on. But he's completed those. 7.3 Wall of Honor. I mean, these walls are really what separates. You start to look at a lot of these things, and the wall is what starts separating people when you wonder how they get to, 30 million, 40 million, stuff like that. I think Qatar's wall is something obnoxious like 15 million. I've seen Qatar's wall, and it's crazy. Crazy wall. But, yeah, this guy, jeez. Embarrassing me. Embarrassing. Boy, done for the day now. All right, so we have to do our sandboxing. We do have our special battle pass starting. I just want to quickly talk about the training pass. So, guys, as I say with training pass, no, I don't like this training pass. I know that they try to sucker you in for 5 prints. I tell you, save your money. The main thing in this thing is ore, and you build that on your base. Anybody who's even a low spend should not be spending $1 on ore. Even if it's going to give you 5 prints, for $5, you're only going to get 1. It's going to cost you 20 for 4 prints. I just would save your money. Do it in the honor shop. You're not getting enough out of this training pass that I feel it's worth your money. I'd rather have you spending it on the weekly $5 packs that get you, like 100 drone parts for $5. So much better deal to get it and further your team for power-wise. You don't need this. You do not need it. So don't just buy everything because it feels like a deal. When it comes to ore, don't get suckered in by this game. Total mobilization. We'll be doing this with our thing. So this is the first time we are through total mobilization. We have not gone through mobilization yet. This is our first time through since the changes happened. This is our last one to get through. All 3, I will have you done my review on all 3 of them. I'll do a more comprehensive review, maybe all in one in a video for you guys. But if you have not seen it, when I've reviewed them all, so far, positive reviews through everything. I have nothing bad to say about any of the other 3 that we've done. Love Bullseye. Bullseye, actually, the way that they do the game, where you can go through it faster now. You don't have to sit there and watch and slow roll. That's really the best advantage for Bullseye to me. Nothing wrong from a spending perspective. Unlocking the chest. It's pointless. They shouldn't be doing it anyway. It's all ore. It's all garbage. There's plenty of bullets to be able to buy to get through prints every single day. I think it's like 500 you can buy. You can spend like $500 or something like that through Bullseye and get all their 35 blueprints and get all the red prints. Nothing wrong with Bullseye. We did Bounty Hunter. Have nothing in Bounty Hunter. Yes, they did reduce some of the things that people can buy. They cannot buy as much as they could before. 100% factual. They are truthful about that. However, you can still buy plenty enough to grow, and it really limits what before people were doing with the amount of money they were spending and trying to clean out Bounty Hunter and stuff like that. So your high-end whales will be upset because they're not able to buy everything in the store and get like all the items, like all the Valor and all the drone parts and all the stuff. Yes, they will be limited to be able to do that. It's better for the long part of this game. If you're upset about it, if you're a whale, then blame the people on 1800 that became whales and VIP 18s that were ruining the game for servers 2000 through 2400 because they had to try to get a 100 million march out of a building with only 50 million marches. Blame them because they're the ones that did it. But it's better for the game what they're doing. They capped it. I like Bounty Hunter. There's still plenty that you could buy in there, and I was able to do that. You can still drop like $600 or $700 in there. I know the other $1,000 that they usually spend is burning a hole in the pocket. You can't burn it there, but you can still drop like $700 and get a lot of stuff out of Bounty. Same for our review for Glittering. Glittering, you can spend plenty. I was able to get all the blueprints that were in there. I was able to get the speed ups that were in there. I was able to get the T11 material, the cores. There was plenty to be able to buy a lot of the things that are in Glittering. It does limit. You weren't allowed to just unlimited spend, but there was plenty to spend. So now our review for Mobilization, and I can tell you right off the bat, I'm loving the look of this. So this used to be where 600 is a very common place for anybody who's a high spender to spend when it comes to Mobilization. Sorry, I won't spend a ton of time here. I know free-to-play is yawning right now because there's nothing you can do with Mobilization. It's really something they could have added, by the way. If they were making all these changes, it would have been nice if they kind of added a way to... for free-to-play to collect tickets for free somehow with Mobilization. I think, they got it for Bullseye. They do it for Bounty. They do it for Glittering. They should really figure out a way to do it for Mobilization. But anyway, I digress. So already I can tell you for spenders, one of the things you used to have to do is get all the way up to the 2000 in order to get 10 mythic prints. You had the 10 mythic prints that were over here in order to maximize that. Now... they give you 5 mythic prints at 600. 600 is actually a very common place for high spenders to go. Yeah, it's about 300 to be able to spend to get to the 600, and a very common thing for high spenders to do on Mobilization. 100 gets them all of these tickets, and then this would be 300. I would say that's really a nice thing that they did to be able to do this for high spenders. I mean, really, for your this is like a bonus for those mid-high spenders, really, to help them get some prints who are spending $300 on the event. So nothing much to help with the high spenders. And the whales, by doing this for the whales, you didn't really give the whales anything extra. By the way, they were doing that anyway. Since they have the 2000, I'm taking there's probably plenty you can buy here. Okay, let's see. Is this daily? Does this refresh? How often can you do this? Randomly get one that hasn't changed. Event purchase limit. So you can only get 7. This is the thing that we all buy. What they did do here instead, so it would have been nice instead of doing this, because what's going to happen is you're going to have whales buy 7 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these, and kind of buy out the event. That's what they're going to do, right? The high-end spenders. And what they kind of did was actually gyp the alliance by the way they designed this. So they should have put if they were going to do this, they should have put just a spending limit on it, right? Like, why do you care if they can spend the extra $50 here and you can spend, like $100 here, and then you're spending whatever $250 here, and then this one you're letting them spend $700. Why do you care if they can spend, let's say, $1,000? Let them do the event purchase of 10 of these packs, and don't let them buy anything else. Just put the spend limit at $1,000 if that's what you want to do. Then make it that, because I say the reason why I bring that up is because the alliance gets gypped because they have these alliance gifts. And so this alliance gift is better for the alliance to get. And I can tell you, if they're going to spend the 1,000 anyway, why not let them just get these? Why not let them get all the red boxes and help the alliance? They're going to do it anyway. So, yeah, I think that would be the best way to do this, but okay, they didn't do it. All right, so hero shards, you're going to get exclusive website 100%. Especially if you're going into a season. This is a great thing to grab for you spenders out there to grab this. You can get 20 blueprints here. This is the gold material. This is my go-to, the best item for spenders that's in the event. Hard to move your chips. This gives you 10 chips. It's a no-brainer. If you're a high spender, you're in mobilization, dial it in with your gold material. That's what you want. Okay? So this will run you 560 tickets, which is, what, like $230 or something like that. And you get all the 10, and you get 10 gold chips to put them wherever you want. Okay? And that's your best bet when you're going to get in this event. You don't get to spend too many tickets in here. The tickets are really these exclusive weapons are really hard to get now because they don't allow them in the event. So they used to be able to get all the exclusive shards on Hero Day and buy them all. You couldn't, so I would recategorize whether this is worth it anymore. The pricing of these is priced at what used to be the $100 level of the Hero Day, but let's be honest, they're just difficult to find now. So if you are on a server that's looking to push your exclusive weapons, you kind of have no choice if you're going to be a spender to buy these in this event and recategorized as how far behind on your exclusive weapons are you, where this value becomes, I don't know, like the value is kind of like it's hard to get now, the exclusive weapons. So because of that, you get them, you buy them here. It is what it is. And that's all you really do. I will say the other thing that I get every single time I am in the event is my survivor tickets. I'm always buying I will buy out the survivor tickets. They are 400 to buy. I highly encourage you to buy your survivor tickets and push your survivors. Your survivors push everything in this game that's on your base. It helps you everywhere in here, giving you your drill grounds get larger. You're able to train faster. You're able to get more resources. You're able to get more help in your time. Just your tech time goes down. Everything is driven by these survivors. So to me, like able to push, I used to be incredibly far behind in survivors. Like I would think I was only like 70-something% in the game. And if you want to see how you're doing in that, you can go in right here, and there's this power up button. So if you go and click on your total power right here, and you can hit power up, and it'll show you where you stand in the game for everything. Why would I be 97% for hero level? Why? I maxed all my heroes out at 175. I can't get the hero level any higher. Are they? Maybe they take exclusive weapon into hero level now. Maybe 97 because exclusive weapon levels count towards the hero level. That's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise it should be maxed out 100%. Anyway, the whole point I'm showing you this is because you can come down and look at where you stand with survivors. I am now right here. It says I'm 80%, 83%. I will tell you right now, I'm going to buy those survivor tickets. I'll buy 500 of them right now, and I'll put them in, and that's going to jump me up to like probably 87, 88%. I was just 89% a few weeks ago. And then I don't do anything. I don't buy anything I don't put any money into my survivor tickets until the mobilization. And then I dump it in and buy all the survivor tickets from there. And all of a sudden it always blasts right up. So I mean, oh yeah, Danny, maybe it is. It could be Wall of Honor. You're right. Yeah, that's probably where it is. I mean, my wall is pretty good, but compared to the high whales, yeah, they're certainly ahead of me. But yeah, that is certainly, I'm way behind in the survivors here. You can see where you are in the game if you went and looked, and see how high up you are for survivors. That's why, to me, it's always worth it to try to push those survivors as much as you can, because they're so damn valuable in this game. So if you're spending money in mobilization, it's certainly a place that I find a ton of value. All right, so with that, let me see what's going on. I was waiting to see where we were capturing, but I don't see it happening yet. Okay. How far am I away? 5 minutes. Okay. I just have to cut to that like 5 minutes. It's going to take me some travel time. Oh. Okay. Doberman going to take care of that. All right, guys, let's do a brief thing before I have to just take a break to go bust into one of the captures. Let's do some of the mobilization. So we are on area 3. Here is how this works, right? We're going to do some of this, probably do this for about 20-30 minutes. We'll be doing this. Basically, the goal is I want you guys to beat the computer. Okay, I'm going to show you where area 1 and area 2. We have ground out area 1, area 2. For those of you that are in here to want to know the best lineups for this, for PvE, here is what I would recommend you to try and see how you do. Area 1 was Diva, is your front left. So the way this works is always the one spot is front left. This is front right. This is back left, back middle, and back right. That is how they go. So you're looking at Diva, Lucius, Carly, Skylar, and Adam. And that would be area 1. Again, this was the best lineup for me. That's pretty much all red gear for me. I have 8 chips on there. Mastery's 100%. So might be a little different for you. A lot of these things are decided on where your mastery is, where it is. That's why you can't necessarily copy everybody to get there. The second thing I will say is make sure you are taking advantage of moving your gear around. Move it wherever you can. So don't just settle where you are. If you see somebody dying, play the battle report. We had Qualon talking, and play the battle report. If you see somebody dying, move some gear around and see if you can have them survive a little bit longer in that spot to give yourself an advantage to try to get a few extra levels. All right. The monster card, your core card you want to use in here, it works. It's fantastic. There's a battle card for your battle cards. The monster card. Also, you're in your core cards. You have your monster battle cards that you want to use. That works in here. And then also there is the fishing expedition. You have the crocodile tongue that you can get and use. That's an 8% attack boost. You want to use that as well. When you are doing this, we are coming up on the final days of this. We only have, what do we have left? 1 day. So you only got 2 days left. Today and tomorrow at reset, it's going to reset because Wednesday we are going to get Tesla and it's going to be a whole new global expedition in here. So get what you can out of here now. Let's do it. All right, so go through the first team we went through. The second area team is going to be Williams, Murphy, Marshall, Stepman, Kim. Okay, now I have Kim to 2 Awakening Stars. That's where I am. And by the way, I have not used the Crocodile Tongue. I have not used anything yet with my Monster Core cards, battle cards. I have not used any of that yet. That's why I'm probably a little bit less on the stages than you may see some other people or stronger people that go. It's all planned and on purpose for me. I will do it tomorrow. I'll start maxing out all my levels and using my core cards and stuff like that to get the biggest boost that I can. Which should blow through probably a lot of levels once I'm able to do that. All right, so we are now on stage 3. So what is stage 3 look like? Well, so far, stage 3, this has been the best lineup that I've used, which is Adam, Fiona, Swift, Lucius, and McGregor. That has been the third line of the third team. Okay, that is where we are. Third team is air. Couple last things I want to just point out here. I'm not changing. All red gear. I'm not changing any other gear on my team. My pretty much my tank team has all 4 prints. My missile team is all red gear. I'm not shifting any gear around. You won't see any of that. We're not shifting battle cards around. We're not whatever. It's just straight formation. Pick your formation. We put it in here. $25 in bricks if you give a lineup in chat and it actually beats the computer. Lastly, you have to be part of our WWC Discord before today in order to qualify. Let me explain that as well real quick. So anybody that's listening, what we like to do is give back to our Discord. We don't like to run contests and things just to get people in and, you know, just to give things away to anybody, because a lot of times what you do is you see people spotlighting, hey, look, contest, da, 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 and then you get hundreds of people that come in, right? But they're not really people that want to be part of the community. They're just people that want a chance to win. And so we have people that are part of an amazing community within the WWC and on Discord that help each other all day long, and they want to be part of the community. What I like to do is give back to that community that wants to be there and be part of it. So this is what part of the thing that we're running here is really for a lot of our community members and Discord members to pick a lineup. If you win it, you get $25 in bricks. All right, that is it. So give me your lineups in the chat, please, and we'll get this thing going. To start what you want, please put them in order again. First hero listed is front left, then second one is front right. In the back is back left, middle, and then back end. You're only taking on air tonight. We're not doing T1. We're not doing the 1 or 2. We already did those. Okay. Also, I want to say congratulations to Spectrum, who won the other day, $25. Then the next day, Spectrum won a second time. Amazing. He won. We had a third winner. I forget, what is his name? Mason? I think it was Mason? Mason won $25 again. And then free-to-play Miller won last night, $25 as well. So far, we've had 4 winners in our Beat the Computer contest. So if you don't think you can win, 100% you can win. Oh, I take a drink. All right. Give me your lamps. Give me your lamps. Let's test this out. Go see real quick if I'm ready to pop into this building. Oh, I am. Oh, which team is right there? Okay. And I'll go in order, by the way, if there happens to be 2 of the same lineups in the chat. I'm going to use the first one. The first one that put it in there wins. The other one gets a pat on the back and an amazing job because you also picked the lineup, but no $25 in bricks for you. Sorry. So it's only going to the first person. All right, I am doing this here, and I am captured. Okay. Got my merit, and I'm ready to roll. Okay. Here we go. Got our first lineup up. Woo! Come on, Woo. Come on, Woo. I'm pulling for you, buddy. I'm pulling for you. He wants Swift. He wants McGregor. He wants Tesla, Marshall, Fiona. Okay, all right. Right, he says Tesla. He wants Marshall in here. And Fiona. All right, Woo, here we go. Here we go, Woo. Come on, buddy. No. Nothing for Woo. Nothing for Woo. Doom. Doom says McGregor. Adam. Fiona, Tesla, Swift. Fiona, Tesla. Come on. Fiona, Tesla, Swift. Here we go, buddy. All right, Doom. 25 bricks. Ah! Nope. Sorry, Doom. Sorry, Doom. Danny. Danny. What do you got? You want? You're going air. You just go straight up. You want to do the air counter? What you're doing here? All right. Let me get rid of everybody. Let me get rid of everybody for you to try. You're going all over the place. Morrison, Lucius. What? How do you do Murphy / Carly? What is? I don't even understand what that. Oh, you want? And then we got. You didn't spell Skylar. You got to do one or the other, brother. I'm giving you Murphy. All right. There you go, Danny. Danny? No. Sorry, Danny. All right. All right. Who we got? Brandon says, McGregor. Nice Irish boy. Fiona. Wait. You want Fiona and Lucius, right? Okay. Fiona, Lucius up here. And then you want Adam and Swift. All right. Here we go, Brandon. For the win. For $25 and bricks. Oh. No, sir. No, sir. All right. What's up, General? Good having you in, buddy. Good having you in. Nope. Sorry, buddy. No go. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else for the challenge? I'll wait for you to see what I got. Anybody else has any interesting ones? McGregor, Swift, Lucius. Okay. Swift, Lucius, and Fiona. Okay. All right. For 25 for the general? No, sir. No, sir. I gave it the good college try here. Again, the one that was a winner so far was Adam, Swift, Adam, Fiona, Swift, McGregor. Oh, look at me. I got another one out of it. Let's see. And see how easy that was? If you had picked that lineup, look at that. You picked that lineup, somebody would have got $25 in bricks. That's how it's done, folks. Just that easy. Just that easy. Yeah, I'll mix around a little bit. See if I can make another one. Oh, look at that. You see, it said that you would have got $25 in bricks. Look at this. It's all available. It's all possible. I just did it twice. Twice, I tell you. I leave it open for you guys. The possibilities are there. Did I do both of those? Let's see. No. No. We got some more? Oh, yeah. Okay, what do you got? You got Adam, McGregor. Okay. So Adam. Choo. Adam, McGregor. Swift, Lucius, Tesla. Okay. Lucius, Tesla. All right. Going with a normal lineup here. No, sir, Woo. Good try. Spectrum in the house. Uh-oh, everybody. The reigning champ. Two $25 bricks. Could be in trouble here. We'll see. He says this might be the lineup. See what he's got. McGregor, Swift, Tesla, and he wants Fiona. All right. Spectrum. Oh, not this time, Spectrum. Nope. Right now, I just set it with this right here. Is what I have. The Fiona, Adam, Swift, Tesla, McGregor. You have no input. No input on missiles, huh? All right. Well, you gave it the good old college try. I got another stage clear here for it, so I'm trying to get the 4900. We have plenty once we get the monster card anyway. All right. Anybody else? We got any other tries? All right, we're done with 3. Tomorrow we will. Tomorrow, well, what do we got tomorrow? Because reset, it'll be. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll do it Wednesday. Heroes Day for Mike the Sage. We'll be back and we'll be doing Area 4 for $25. For those that want to prep for it, Area 4. Area 4 is a little mixed squad 4+1. It's all tank and it has Morrison in the back row. So if you want to get your lineups ready, you want to take a look at this. Marshall is on the back left, looking at the lineup for the computer. So would be important on how you want to match that up. What do you got, Danny? You got something for me? McGregor, Swift, Tesla. All right. Okay. McGregor, Swift, Tesla, Adam, Fiona. All right. You want to switch them. All right. You want to use Spectrum's lineup and just switch it up. No. Boy, Spectrum would have been mad if he got that one. He was right there. He was right there. Fiona, Adam, Swift. Fiona, Adam, Swift. Tesla, Kim. What's Kim? All right. Here we go. Aziza. No. No good. No good. All right. Anybody else? And then, all right, here we go. Here we go. Sane got one. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Here we go. I like it. McGregor, Swift. McGregor, Swift. Tesla, Adam, Marshall. McGregor. Marshall. Here we go. Give it a try. No. No. If you had put Marshall and lined it up with Diva instead, might have been a better try, but no good either way. I would have gave that to you, saying if that would have worked. If that would have worked, just shifting over, I would have gave it to you anyway. To do it. I'm try. Have not tried any Tesla like front lineups. I forgot what one I have that actually worked. Who was in the front here? So I was able to do it with Swift and Adam. Or I mean Fiona and Adam in the front. Able to do yeah, I don't know. Tough one to beat. Carly McGregor, Tesla. Danny says Carly McGregor. Tesla, Fiona. Okay. No, sir. No, sir, Danny. No, sir. Good try. Good try. All right, community. Is that all we got? Good try. Good try. Not bad. Not bad. Bad for the lineup. There were a couple lineups that were there for the taking. They were very similar to this. I still feel that this is pretty strong lineup in here. Figuring out who to switch out here would be more the key. This is pretty good in there. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a good old college try here and try. We have Tesla. I want Adam because I like the counter. And then I like Lucius in here. What do you got for me? Where were we? Where were we? Did we do? No, we definitely didn't do Bobby's. All right, let's see. Bobby has. Shuffle this out. I see McGregor, Morrison, Swift. McGregor, Morrison, Swift. Adam, Fiona. All right. No, sir. You got Fiona, Swift, Murphy. All right. Lucius, Adam. Murphy. Okay, Danny. No, sir. That's not bad, though. I mean, it's certainly a good combination. You actually might have something there in the right order. No, no good. No good, Danny. Tried to shift it around for you. Not a bad 5 combo to try. You just don't know what's actually happening in the fight. It's Fiona. So you can't Fiona's dropping way too early. Well, both of them dropping way too early. But you need that offense to survive a lot longer. I'm gonna try and say, like, what if you threw let's throw Lucius in the front. And let's see how long that lasts for. Yeah, he's just not lasting long enough. Kept the offense alive longer, but not long enough. I'm thinking maybe what if you put Tesla back here? I mean, see, Lucius just getting beat too fast in the front. More like McGregor. Jeez. You gotta, I mean, it's difficult. This team at this point is so strong that's winning. I gotta think that the Lucius shielding was great. Let's see how long we can make them last with the Lucius shielding. Not much. I mean, once McGregor takes that beating, much further. You can see, right? Like much further how lasting. Actually got somebody out of there. That was much longer. All right, so let's clean up. Let's see, what do we got? Final ones, and then we will sign off. What do we got? Dang's done. We did Danny's, Bobby. We did yours. Danny, we did yours, and who do we got? Who's last? Them. Them, you're doing it. All right, here we go. Swift McGregor. Okay, here we go. McGregor, Lucius, Tesla, Adam. All right. I mean, not bad. Not bad. You almost got 2 out of there, but came up short. Came up short. Okay. There it is. There it is. So Wednesday we will be back to try to see if we can fend off Area 4. I think Area 3 is pretty damn solid. Where we stood, which was Fiona, Adam, Swift, Lucius, and McGregor. If you're out there, give that a shot. That was the number 1 lineup for myself in Area 3. Again, with no core cards or any cards yet to be used. Those will be used on Wednesday when we try to max out all the things. All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining tonight. Excellent to be with you. You guys could have been anywhere tonight, and you chose to spend Monday with us, and for that, I truly appreciate you. QB18 out.